Promise by Dame duo from Birmingham. I'm very excited for all the music that they're going to be bringing out. This is what this show's about also, bringing you in on new music, new artists, creatives that you want to listen and follow. And we've got another one in the studio with us now, who actually was also on stage at Glastonbury, which I've mentioned a few times now, supporting Pink Pantheress as well. But most importantly, has released a new project under the band name of GRAMN. She is the lead singer artist called AUX. Her voice is amazing. Really complements also the band's production. It's giving punk-esque, rock-esque, soul, all of that, a fusion, just basically artists coming together and making music that's raw and it's honest and it's vulnerable. And this track in particular is causing problems. It's causing problems. AUX, how are you?
I'm good, how are you?
Firstly, can we talk about Glastonbury?
We can talk about Glastonbury. What do you want to know?
So, I was minding my own business. Obviously, I wasn't there. I've never actually gone to Glastonbury.
It's big.
I know. And I was even saying, I feel like I'll be too overwhelmed and overstimulated there. But obviously, I'm looking through social media and I see the clip that's like been filmed of Pink Pantheress set. And people are tagging you. And the voice that's going off in the back is you and your sister.
Yeah.
So, how was Glastonbury for you?
Glastonbury was wild because I wasn't expecting to see. I mean, Pink she's insane and her fan base is 10 out of 10. So I knew that tent was going to be packed, but I wasn't expecting to see the amount of human beings that I saw in front of me. So I would we came out, we went onto the backstage. I looked through the curtain. I said, oh no. Why did I look through this curtain? I thought, I was like, I'm going to forget the words. I don't know what's going on. And it was nice because I haven't done backing kind of vocally singing stuff with my sister in a long time. But yeah, just at some point in rehearsal, it was agreed that we were just going to go off. And so she was like, yeah, you lot go off. So
I'm so glad.
That was my opportunity to go off.
Yeah,
so we
did it.
Yeah.
So would you say that's the largest crowd you performed to?
Yeah, I think so. I think so, actually, yeah. It was... I couldn't even tell you how many people were there. It was on the Woodsy stage. It was insane. And I think also I was a bit nervous because Lola Young had gone on before us and I'd seen her crowd. And obviously we know that she's really soaring, taking off right now and doing really well. And so it was kind of nice to be like, oh, okay, right, this is a nice receptive space. And then, yeah, for us to go out with Pink and then the sound, they put these special things called gates. Yeah, I'm not really a technical person, but they put these gates on your mic. So when people are screaming, it kind of cuts them off, but so you can still hear yourself. And let me tell you, the crowd was going through my gates.
Really?
At one point I was like, all I can hear is however many thousands of people are in front of me right now. Yeah. So that was fun because it was kind of you get a bit lost in it. But yeah, it was good. It felt good coming off stage. I was like, woo, that's exciting. And obviously Glasgow is a dream for anyone, even just to go there, let alone to sing there.
Yeah, because not everyone who wants to go can even go because you got the ballot. You have to kind of...
There's a whole waiting list.
Do you know what I'm saying?
People buy them. Yeah. They sell out the day that they get released.
Literally. Amazing. So how does that kind of fuel your own artistry as well? Because there's so many artists that start off as backing vocalists, or that's what they do. I mean, you got Durand Bernard doing that. Tallulah Ruby was also out there doing her thing as well, and I know she's very much been doing backing vocalists and stuff like that. What is that like for an artist when you're doing that? Because it's also ultimately you want to be where Pink's at though. Do you know what I mean?
Of course.
So how is that for you?
I think it's quite inspiring. I think I was lucky enough to work for Pink because it's a special case. She's a special case because if you look at her artistry and the way that she sounds and her aesthetic, there's not really anyone that's like her.
No, it's true.
And I think GRAMN is similar in that respect. I don't think you'll hear a lot of what we make. I don't think you will necessarily hear that. You might hear things that remind you or provoke similar feelings, but I don't think you'll hear what you hear anywhere else. And I don't think we, like you said, I don't think we slot in a specific genre. So it was quite inspiring because I think when you're different, you often get told to like slide into the status quo and take a particular lane, and a lane that many other people have taken before. And so I think with that, it was more like, oh, you can be like insanely unique and not like anyone else and still be received
100
in the right way. Plus she's kind of like a dream, like she's such a nice person as well, so it was just kind of like, oh, to meet someone that like is like a bit quirky and a bit like interesting as a human, do something like, and she's quite, I guess, shy when it comes to like going on stage. I wouldn't say shy, I'm not going to say that because I'm not going to say how she feels, but she definitely is like, she cares a lot about her performances, and so she gets quite, I guess, nervous before she goes on stage, which she actually said in her set. She was like, guys, I was so nervous to do this set. And when you see people up there and they're like dancing and having a good time, you think, oh, this is easy for them, and it's like, no, it's scary. And sometimes I'm like, did I pick the right job? Because I am so shy, and I'm just like, yeah, put me in front of 2,000 people. But yeah, I wouldn't have it any other way. And I think, mostly I'd say I felt inspired, and also like it's just kind of validating to be like, oh, I can be different and still be received and hopefully successful.
Definitely. Well, yes, we're claiming the success firstly. Do you know what I mean? We can't be shy with success. Success doesn't want shy. Success wants you to claim her, please. So if I'm correct, your last release was in 2022.
Yeah, I reckon that's
so it's been a while, right? And we've actually had you on the show before, and we've spoken probably even 2022, 2021. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So musically, what's been going on with you in terms of like, and also actually before that, tell us about GRAMN as well, because I know sometimes people get confused and think you are GRAMN. Yeah. But your band, they're there, but they're not as visual as you are. So just firstly, tell us, who is GRAMN?
So GRAMN is composed of 3 people. It's me, AUX, an amazing pianist, Johnny Tomlinson, and then James Robson, who's also like a producer, guitarist, kind of musical extraordinaire. They both have like very unique sets of skills. We all come from different parts of the country. So Johnny's like down south in Kent, James is from the Midlands, I'm from London, so I kind of in the middle between the two of them. East London,
you have
baby.
To put that on the map. Thank you.
East London. Big up. Sorry, I get too gassed when I talk about East London. But yeah, and so I think Johnny has like a classical kind of background, and then has worked with like Bonobo and like played for like on insane stages for like insanely talented people. And then James has like a very metal rock, prog rock, like heavy influence, but also is like ridiculously heavy into hip hop, like really hard. Definitely like out hip hop me, like 1,000,000%. Yeah. And then me, I've got like an R&B background, soul background, but my mom's like a choir singer, and so like I had like quite a lot of classical training, and like the Christmas songs were Christmasing in my house, you know what I mean? My mom was like, 3-part harmony, you're flat, like you're not in tune, you need to blend with your sister, like getting my little brother to play like little percussion in the background and all of this. So yeah, that's GRAMN, that's us, like 3 humans who have completely different backgrounds, but somehow a similar eye/audio aesthetic.
Because that's why when I'm like explaining the sounds, it's like all this this, that, because it's all your influences pouring into one pot. So now, 2022 to now, musically, what's been happening?
So basically, our process is to sit down, make like a very, very short version of what will eventually be the full song, and then come back to them, pick the ones we like, and then can proceed to then produce those songs. And I think that GRAMN has taken and acknowledged like quite a lot of genres through its like mini career. And so I think we were like, what feels intuitive? And so I feel like this is actually interesting, because I've only thought about this now that you've actually asked me, but I feel like each GRAMN project leans towards one particular person in the group. I feel like the first project was driven by James, but the sound of it is heavily influenced by Johnny, what Johnny plays and how Johnny plays and what he likes to play. I feel. But like I said, heavily influenced, driven, and produced by James. I felt like the second project was heavily influenced by what James likes to hear. Was a lot more. I felt like they proceeded to get harder and harder. They started off like quirky, then we had like a soul-y but still quirky vibe, and then we leant really hard into hip hop. So that's like the third project is very James. And then so yeah, I feel like the first one is Johnny, the second one is All of Us, the third one is James, and then now this new set of songs I feel like is me.
Hey,
it's like it leans a lot into the stuff that I listened to as a kid in terms of like the vocal aesthetic. It lends itself to the Jill Scott lovers and the Erykah Badu's, but also, you know, the Floetries and the Beverly Knights and the British soul girls and the girls that like, and I feel like it balances, and I feel like it's not, I would never say that I never lean here or there, but it feels like I don't know, it feels like a project for the girls. It's never only for the girls, but it feels like, I feel like I'm in my girl like like I just feel, I don't know, these songs make, when I sing them I just feel so like,
yeah, well, we've seen it with the visuals.
Yeah, I just feel so like
yeah,
but then also I feel like it's very honest. And that's my favorite thing about GRAMN, is that we want to have an awkward conversation or a difficult conversation or a political conversation and also do a two-step, because it's not everyday cry. Like sometimes I want to two-step into life and just, do you know what I mean? It needs to be a bop.
Yeah, exactly.
Think,
Yes. Let's talk about problems. It starts off very sweet and then it's not so sweet. What? Tell us.
James has a really, really amazing skill of capturing me in my human essence, my non-musical essence, and helping me translate it into song. And so Problems is the aesthetic that you're describing is basically how I am. So if I do have an issue, I will definitely come to you and be like, you okay, hun? You okay? Everything all right? And then if you say what I don't like, it's like, oh really? Oh. And then I just get a bit harder and a bit less like malleable, a bit more difficult to speak to. And so Problems is basically a conversation of me saying, I see you and I don't like this. And you're trying to tell me that it isn't what it is. And I'm telling you that it is. And you know that kind of frustration where you're like, you're doing this and you know the person's doing it, like, no, I'm not.
Yeah.
And you're like,
gaslighting.
But you are. Exactly. Literally fire. And you're just like, but you are. No, I'm not.
Yeah.
But you are. No, I'm not. And it's like, it's basically the you are without the echo of somebody being like, no, I'm not. Without the response.
Yes.
And so that's why I think it starts so sweet, because I am very much that person of like, oh, yeah, is this what I think it is? Oh, no, it's not. Okay, oh, so you think I'm stupid?
Yeah, exactly. Okay. I'm going to give you a chance to tell me.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, so I'm going to tell you.
Yeah, since you don't know.
I'm conscious of time and we have to play it, right? Really quickly, tell us a bit about what Glory Glory is going to be about.
Glory.
You said it's more leaning to you. It's for the girls.
It's for the girls. It's soulful. It's got a lot of R&B vibes. The production is absolutely insane. It's all live. There's like all the drums are live. There's an amazing drummer called Lux. There's an amazing bassist called Christopher Hargreaves, who's like insane. We call him Fatty. He's insane. There's a lot of work. There's live flutes on it. There's live strings on it. And Glory is us saying 5 specific moments in AUX's life, and I guess what they look like in hindsight. So it's very much, all of it is from the position of looking at things, like looking back on things.
Right, okay. And it's coming out?
It's coming out in November.
So you're giving us time.
You got time. We're definitely going to drop a few tracks in between now and then. Stream it. Stream Problems.
Yes.
Listen to Problems.
We are going to in about 2 seconds, but before that, where do we go to keep following your journey and actually to keep up with the drops that you're going to release until November, because you're really just having us out here waiting?
Yeah.
But so where do we go in the meantime?
Instagram is This Is GRAMN. That's spelled GRAMN. TikTok is GRAM. It's all GRAMN. GRAMN. YouTube is GRAMN. GRAMN. And yeah, I would say, like, if you're interested, if you like the music, you can always hit me up if you have a question. Like, I'm very chill and I love talking art. I love talking music, so I'm always up for a chat, obviously.
Yes.
That's
Do you have any live performances coming up?
We just did a live performance yesterday.
Yeah.
With Morgan Munro, which was insane. If you don't know who she is, check her out. I'm going to keep that TBC because we're planning some cute shows and I just don't want to give too much away. Okay,
no problem. Well, can you please introduce your track? Thank you for coming in this evening.
For having me.
I can't wait to play it, but it makes sense for you to introduce it. So over to you.
Okay, this is GRAMN and you're listening to Problems. Don't call your ex.